Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome in if this is your first time being here. My name is Melissa. This is Empowered Gems Tarot, and today we're going to be answering the question, how do they feel about you, blunt AF? So in this reading, we're going to be looking into your person's feelings about you. And the reason that I title the video Blunt AF is because my goal and intention with these love readings is to provide you guys with like the grounded read of the energy that I am seeing in the cards, and to not necessarily sugarcoat messages to make them sound better or more romanticized than they actually are. So if you're coming into this reading and you're kind of hoping for a more idealistic or romance coded interpretation, just know that it might come through, right? Like that could come through in the energy. I'm going to read it as I see it, but I tend to be a little bit more grounded in the way that I interpret the cards. So I am going to give you, whatever I see, whether it's something that you think is positive, negative, neutral, or anything in between. And the reason that I do it this way is because I never want any of my viewers or subscribers to be given false hope from a tarot reading. So I'm not going to try to create that if I'm not truly seeing that in the cards. Remember, though, that this is a general collective reading on YouTube, so messages may vary in how specifically they resonate with each individual viewer out there. So as a best practice, once you select your reading, when you're listening to the message, if something that I say feels confusing or just doesn't really feel like it fits your own personal situation as you know it to be, take that as a clue that it's not your message today, and the messages are for somebody else out there in the collective that chose the same reading as you. If you guys wanted to book a personal reading, the link to my website is in the description box down below. Personal readings just tend to give a more specific read on your own energy and personal situation. I do offer a How Do They Feel Blunt AF reading on my website, and I do it the exact same way, same spread as you guys see here on YouTube. So if that's of interest to you, that is available in the description box down below. So with that being said, let's go ahead and choose your reading. So we've got three options today. If you're drawn to reading number one, we're going to be working with the Halloween Tarot and this Amazonite crystal. If you're drawn to reading number two, we'll be working with the Horror Tarot and this pink tourmaline. And if you are drawn to reading number three, we'll be working with the Divine Masculine Tarot and this rose quartz. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your person. How do they feel about you? What do you need to know? Go ahead and choose the deck or crystal that you feel the most intuitively connected to. Once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen reading. See you there. Hey group one, welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Amazonite crystal and the Halloween tarot, this is going to be your message. So today we're going to be looking into how they feel about you, blunt AF, and we're going to kick it off by just looking at where your person stands energetically with regard to this connection. So let's go ahead and see where do they stand, spirit, energetically, as it pertains to this connection with my Powwow viewer. Okay, so we've got stuck. And we have the answer is yes. Okay. And then we have cycles. So I do feel like your person like wants to come toward you. Like I think there is passion, there's fire, there's energy that they have toward you, but they're stuck. They're stuck in the mud. I kind of just get the sense that like there's something going on with this person with regard to like their life, the approach that they're taking toward you. Maybe something about this connection that's kind of outmoded. Like I'm noticing how this is a very old school car that's literally super run down. It's stuck in the mud. It doesn't work anymore. And so it's like, I feel like this person wants to come toward you with the answer is yes, but they are stuck in some old thing, an old way of doing things, an old approach, an old mentality, mindset. Like there's something keeping them stuck even though they want to come toward you. And maybe this is like a lesson that they're learning. It's a cycle that they're closing out, or, some sort of a pattern. Maybe this is a pattern this person has repeated before. There's deception here as well. So I feel like they're hiding. Like I wouldn't be surprised if this person has ghosted you, or kind of like might avoid you from time to time and things like that. So let's see. How do they feel about you, group 1? Spirit, how does group 1's person truly feel about them? What is this energy about? How does this person truly feel about my group number 1 viewers? What are their true feelings toward group 1? We have the Ace of Swords. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Four of Cups. The Judgment card. And then we've got the Nine of Wands and the Moon coming up together. Okay, let's just get one, please, Spirit. The Nine of Cups. And we have the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, let's go ahead and grab one more. So what is this person's problem? Because I feel like all this attraction and like desire bubbling beneath the surface, but they're definitely not they're not seeing you guys as being on the same page with this Two of Cups in reverse. How do they feel, Spirit, about group 1? Glow up. Overcoming illness and negativity, feeling confident and being on the right path in life, connecting with others, positive vibes, and a new phase of life. Interesting. We also have some dates here, August 6th through September 21st. Maybe that timeline is significant, the summer season. Let's see. How do they feel, group 1? I almost kind of feel like there's something with timing with this person. Like with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's making me feel like there's some sort of outer circumstances that are keeping this person kind of stuck. You see how he's kind of taped into this carnival ride and he's just like, he's stuck and it's like upside down here. Pretty uncomfortable, right? And I feel like whatever this is, it's like with the Nine of Wands and the Moon, I think that it's sort of making this person feel pretty exhausted. It might also be really impacting their mental health with the Moon. This person may not really see a clear path forward right now. And I don't know. I feel like there's also some sort of a message here about like them wanting to sort of break free from whatever this circumstance is that's holding them back. And I feel like it's slowly happening. You see how like the shirt is kind of shedding off as the werewolf is transforming here. Like this person, like whether they want to or not, I think something is changing around them, whether they want it to or not, or something is changing within them for the good or the bad. I don't really know yet what it is. I think that whatever this person is going through, I think it's really impacting their mental health and causing them to feel pretty depleted and exhausted. And I think that it's forcing them into some sort of a change to letting something go that's keeping them from being their true selves. So it's like right now with this Two of Cups in reverse, I feel like they see you guys as like not really being on the same page. Maybe they broke up with you or you broke up with them. There's like kind of a lack of connection or harmony that I see here. I do feel that they see you as like really attractive. Like maybe part of the disconnect here is they see you kind of moving forward and kind of having this glow up, Whereas like for them, they're stuck, right? Because that's what this talks about. It's like, overcoming illness and negativity, being on the right path, connecting with others, positive vibes, a new phase in life. I feel like that's how they see you. And they're seeing like you guys maybe are not on the same wavelength anymore because you're sort of elevating above them or moving on in some way, or you've had this glow up. And I feel like they're still stuck in whatever this pattern or cycle is. So the interesting thing about this is I do feel with the Ace of Swords and the Judgment card, there's something about you and your energy that's making this person think differently. Something about you, something about the way you show up where it's like forcing them to see a new and different perspective about maybe what they're stuck in, about how they're approaching you. The Judgment card talks about evaluations and maybe like accountability too, right? Like there's something about you that's kind of inspiring this person to reevaluate something, because I feel like they see you as really glowing and really elevated in some regard. And with this Four of Cups, it's almost like you're out of touch. There's something about like, because I almost feel like they think that you're not into them or that you don't notice them anymore. They're not getting something that they want. They're not satisfied. There's something about you that I feel is a wish fulfilled for this person with the Nine of Cups. But there's something with with the Four of Cups that's like maybe they're not fully getting what they want, or this version of you, maybe they feel isn't what they were looking for. I don't know. But there's something about it that's pushing them, it's like pushing them to make some sort of a change here so that they can get out of this stuck cycle that they're in. I think also, to be honest with you guys, I do get kind of lazy, selfish energy from this person just a little bit. Like the Four of Cups and the Nine of Cups, look how he has his arms crossed in both of these. This is like very, immobile energy. I feel like this person has options or offers or connections around them. Maybe you're one of them where like you try to offer something and they just kind of shut it down, or they're not interested. They're apathetic. And it's like coming from this place of like, I just want to sit in my comfort zone. I just want to have things brought to me. I don't want to do anything. Like it's kind of like the vibe that I get. But that's not going to last long, because I feel like this person, there's something going on where they're going to be pushed to make some sort of a change here in their life. It could just be that whatever they're dealing with mentally, it's going to lead them to a breaking point if they don't address it, So how do they feel about you, Group 1? We're working with the Empowered Emotions Oracle. This is one of my decks. You can purchase through my website in the description box down below if you're interested. How do they feel about Group 1, please, Spirit? Confident. Okay. Yeah, like your confidence brings them clarity. Cold. Yeah, it's like they have all this fiery energy, but I feel like they just kind of push it down. It could also be, too, that whatever they're dealing with mentally, because the moon can be mental illness, maybe there's just something about them sort of detached, like a detached energy. When they're going through a tough time, they just kind of shut it off or just like detach from you. One more. How do they feel? Withdrawn and closed off. Exactly. They're kind of in this bratty energy, Group 1, where they're like, I'm not getting what I want, so I'm just going to shut it down. Or they feel like you're not, like whatever version of you or whatever version of this connection is at play right now, they're not satisfied with the Four of Cups. But they're also not doing anything to change it themselves. So they're just sitting in this bratty kind of closed off energy when it comes to you at this time, even though I feel like there's something about you that's very activating to this person. I think they view you as being really confident, and your confidence brings clarity for them. And it pushes them to sort of rise up to a new cycle, a new way of being that they, I think it's causing some friction, because I think they're very much somebody who's been in a comfort zone for a while. And I think you're kind of modeling for them like that they could do better or be better through just like your natural glow that you embody, So let's continue. We're using the Empowered Message cards, Shadow and Light, another one of my decks. Let's just kind of see what they would say if they were being honest. What would they say to Group 1, please, Spirit? It's almost like I feel that they think you left them behind or you like rose above them. Okay, I'm cold and illogical in my thinking. I don't care about how you feel or what you want. I think that's very true right now. They are kind of shutting off their heart space when it comes to this situation, or at least they try to when things feel uncomfortable for them or when things feel ambiguous, or I think when they're going through something in their external circumstances that's difficult, they sort of just push their feelings down when it comes to you. But this second sentence is very much this Four of Cups, Nine of Cups. It's a very selfish energy of like, I'm just going to sit here and just be the same and do what brings me satisfaction and let pile one come to me. I'm not going to them. I just don't have it within me to reciprocate. It's kind of the vibe that I get from that. Very bratty. You're arm candy to me. So they understand that there's something about your status that elevates them. They like being around your energy because you make them look better. I also think this shows they're very attracted to you. Ooh, okay. Let's just get one. One, please, Spirit. How do they feel? Okay, that's too many. One, please. I'm feeling impatient. Interesting. Something about this is nostalgic. You feel like home to me. So there's something about you that feels familiar, or, again, it's like the cycles card came up. Where did it go? Here it is. So it's like there's a familiar pattern with you that this person is reenacting. But I think that there is an opportunity for them to break out of it because you're showing them very clearly something about themselves where like you challenge them to think differently and to rise up, where maybe they have been in a similar situation before and they haven't risen up. Right? But they're feeling impatient, which is interesting. I think something about you is creating some friction for them beneath the surface where they're definitely being pulled and called to change, like with that werewolf energy, breaking out of the clothes. You're definitely pushing this person to make some sort of a change. So how do they view the status of this connection, Group 1? How does this person view the status of their connection with Group 1, please, Spirit? Expect drama, misery loves company, emotionally immature. I feel like that's them. Romance, your emotional needs will be met with this connection. I think this person is emotionally immature. They know, though, that if they were to be with you and commit to you, that they would have their needs met. We have no love here. Don't force what's not there. Yeah, exactly. Like with the Four of Cups, Nine of Cups, I just kind of feel like maybe they feel that you rejected them or that you're not into them anymore. And so they're just kind of pushing down their feelings and trying to detach from you, even though the feelings are still here with romance. They definitely still think of you in this way. Group 1. Your person is very interesting. They seem very stubborn. There could be some fixed mindset energy happening here, or maybe this person is a fixed sign, Taurus vibes. I don't know. Is Taurus a fixed sign? I can't remember. I think Leo is as well. Scorpio and Aquarius, maybe? So we're going to close it out by just seeing what guidance or advice Spirit has for you, Group 1, as it pertains to this connection. So what do you need to know about your own energy with this person? Reserved. Silence is golden. Some things are just better left unsaid. Yeah, so I think they're saying there's really no need to really say anything, right? Like, you don't have to address it. Just it kind of is what it is. We also have mourning. I realize that all endings are opportunities to start anew, right? So I think that just grieving whatever version of this person you used to experience is what you're guided to do right now. And I do think that Spirit is kind of saying there's nothing to say here, right? Like sometimes silence is an answer. And I think when it comes to this person, they're kind of going through their own changes and they have like this bratty energy. And I just kind of think that maybe a part of this is about them sitting in their own discomfort, like watching you glow up, watching you be radiant, not having access to your energy anymore. I feel like that's going to push them even more toward making whatever changes they need to make within themselves or their outer circumstances so that they can approach you in a more healthy way. So this is what I see, Group 1. Comment below. Let me know what's been happening with your person. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading soon. Bye. Hey, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Horror Tarot and this pink tourmaline, this is going to be your reading. So today we're going to be looking into how does your person feel about you? Blunt AF. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to start by channeling your person's overall just kind of energetic position as it pertains to this connection. So Spirit, we're looking at the energy of Group 2's person. Where do they truly stand when it comes to this connection with my Group 2 viewers? Where do they stand when it comes to this connection with my Group 2 viewers? All right, so we have conclusion. And we also have guide. And we've got the energy of patience here at the bottom of the deck. So it feels like something has come to an end from their perspective here. I feel like this person is in maybe a spiritual place, or they're kind of like definitely in a more leaned back place. So something has ended from their perspective. There's been a conclusion. The key is here that can unlock something. I don't feel like the door is totally closed. But I do feel like this person is going to need some time with patience coming up here. I also feel like they are in a very leaned back, maybe kind of spiritual place. Like they could be, like they want to take action, but I feel like they're looking for a sign. We're kind of waiting on some sort of inner enlightenment or inner compass to kind of guide them on what the right direction is when it comes to you in this connection. So let's see. How do they feel about you, Group 2? Spirit, how does this person truly feel about my Group 2 viewers? How do they truly feel about group number 2? Please, Spirit. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. We have the Seven of Wands. The World. We have the Four of Pentacles. The Page of Swords in reverse. Okay. And we have the Ace of Swords. We also have the Ten of Cups in reverse here at the bottom of the deck. And let's go ahead and grab one of these cards for clarity here. How do they feel, Spirit? How does Group 2's person truly feel about them? They're very defensive, though. I can tell you that. Okay, so we have spring. We have a timeline coming through May 6th through June 20th. So this could be a significant timeline. Maybe this is the last time you guys saw this person. Maybe this is Spirit giving you like an upcoming future date range to look out for, which will be the spring season, which is a ways away. But look at this, spiritual practices, becoming aware to intuition and guides, meditating and releasing self-limiting beliefs, working on inner healing and issues with codependency. So yeah, I think I'm right. This person right now with a guide, they're very much focused on their own spiritual health right now, focusing on their inner work at this time. You know, I feel for a lot of you guys with this 10 of Cups in reverse, this person has felt very disappointed by this connection. You know, I think at one point, maybe they saw this connection as like, you know, you guys were like, they're everything, they're forever. Maybe you guys have kids with them. Maybe you've been married to this person with the 10 of Cups. But there's something about it that sort of fantasy, that illusion, that dream has come crumbling down to the ground for them. They're not happy. I don't get a lot of happy energy from this reading, to be honest with you guys. We'll see. We're going to look at some more cards, but you know, the 7 of Wands, Page of Swords reversed here in the heart of the spread is giving me very defensive energy. I feel like this person feels backed into a corner. They feel very reactive to me. You know, like even when I'm looking at this, you know, like there's a spotlight on them. And so it's like, even if this person has done something bad or done something wrong, I don't think that they're in a place where they're ready to like take accountability or kind of see the error of their ways. They're just very defensive. They feel hurt. Like this feels like a very wounded sort of energy. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune, when this card came up, I started to hear the song Break Free by Ariana Grande in my head. And that's kind of the vibe I get from this. Somebody who's literally broken free. She's got these like cuffs around her, right? And even though there's all these weapons around her, it's like she's open, she's free. Almost feel like this person, like there's been some sort of change in circumstances, some sort of chapter that's come to a close, or some sort of cycle, like a new cycle beginning between you and them that's allowing them to feel a little bit more free. I feel for some of you, this could have to do with money matters with this 4 of Pentacles, because they're definitely holding on to something here. There's a very closed off energy that I'm getting in the heart space from them. They're very defensive, very protective. And I feel like there's something about this change where they want to like protect their assets or protect their resources or guard their heart as it pertains to you. So if you guys have been married, I wouldn't be surprised if this person is kind of like hoarding money or resources, if you guys are going through a breakup or divorce, something like that. But if that's not the case, this could just very well be this person like, you know, guarding their heart space. So even though they feel free because something has ended, they're still very closed off and defensive when it comes to you. They do feel like there's been an ending. So the world is kind of confirming that there's been a change. There's been a closing of a chapter, a closing of a cycle. And with this Ace of Swords in this is not reverse actually. This is in the upright, but it's just the way it makes me feel like there is some sort of a painful ending here when I look at that card. Like they feel like they were kind of stabbed with some sort of a truth, some sort of a harsh truth about this connection. Again, with this 10 of Cups in reverse, it just feels like they once really viewed you as their everything. And that dream, that fantasy has come crashing down around them. Look at all the blood in these cups, right? It's just like a very intense energy, you guys. So we're going to look with the Empowered Emotions Oracle. This is one of my decks. You guys can purchase on my website. If you check the link, it'll be linked below. But let's see how they feel about you. What else can you tell us, Spirit, about this person's feelings toward group 2? How do they feel for group 2? Stubborn. That makes sense with the 4 of Pentacles. It's a very stubborn, fixed energy. Unpredictable. I feel like something about this really shocked them. Like with this Ace of Swords, this stabbing energy. We also have nostalgic here. That's sad. Yeah, there's like a history here. We also have lust. So they're still very attracted and activated by you, even though they feel pretty shut off and pretty defensive here. Yeah, I think there's definitely like fond memories here, but I think there's also a difficult ending from their perspective, right? I think you guys share a history with this person. I think that they are thinking a lot about that history that they share with you. And I really think that whatever happened here caught them off guard. And now that they're kind of in this new cycle, they're very locked down in terms of their resources and their sharing their emotions. They're definitely not interested in opening up to you or being flexible right now. So we're going to go in next with the Empowered Message card, Shadow and Light. This is another one of my decks. Let's just kind of see what they want to say to you. What would they say if they were being truthful and honest about how they feel? My emotions for you are overflowing, but they're bottling them up, and they're definitely not letting you see that. But they have a lot of emotion about this situation. Disappointment, for sure. We're very different people. I don't know if our differences will mix. Yeah, maybe that was something they weren't expecting with unpredictable here. One more. Your arm candy to me. There's that lust energy coming through. It's like, I think when they're saying that though, I feel like it's more about what you represented, right? I feel like there was this fantasy about family, marriage, long-term happiness, and something about the status of that is what this person is missing. You know, we also have, I'm more about me right now. I will not go out of my way to reciprocate. And that's very much what I'm getting. This person is shut down. They're not in a place of giving right now. I do think they're trying to heal with the spiritual practices, but I think they're still really hurt, and they've got a lot of work to do. So let's see how they're viewing the status of this connection when it comes to you, group 2. How does this person view the status of this connection right now with my group 2 viewers? Smoking mirrors. This one will tell you whatever you want to hear. I feel like they might feel like you guys aren't honest, because I think that there's been something here with this Ace of Swords, this like harsh truth or clarity that has led to this ending. And so maybe that's part of what they're struggling with, is they feel like you're not honest with them. All about the money. Yeah, someone's primary focus is money. They could also be the one giving you the smoke and mirrors too, but the money piece makes sense because the Four of Pentacles, I see them really hoarding their wealth or resources as it pertains to you. We do also have distant. A disconnect, disharmony, or argument is currently playing a factor in this connection. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense, group 2. We also have authentic, feels like home. So there's that nostalgia coming through again. They still have love for you deep down. I feel like they do love you, actually. I feel it. Like this whole reading, my heart feels very warm. So I know that they still have love and affection for you, but they're very hurt right now. And I think they're just trying to like push you away, keep you at arm's length. They're kind of guarded. They don't want to get hurt again. And I think they're really just kind of about themselves right now. This says, I'm healing myself through meditation and spiritual practices. It is the only way I can make myself whole. So they're kind of in their own space right now and not really wanting a lot of contact is what I feel. Whew, goodness. Okay, so group 2. We're going to close this out by looking at some guidance and advice from Spirit for you. So what do you need to know about your own energy as it pertains to this person and this connection? Time. I do not wait on others to fulfill my happiness. So keep going. Don't wait around for this person. Look, we also have closed. I trust that certain doors are closed for a reason. I do not continue to bang on them. So yeah, I think Spirit is just kind of saying like, give this person their space, give this person their time. If it's meant to be that you guys come back together, then you will. in divine timing. But right now, like unequivocally, you guys, I have to be honest, this person does not want to talk to you. They are shut down. They are not happy. And so I think Spirit is saying, like, don't wait around for this person to come forward, because they kind of have to go through their process in their own timing. Right? And with distant coming up, it makes me feel like they're going to need some time. They're going to need some time. And that's probably also why we got this distant timeline, right? I do think there's something connected to the previous spring season, May through June 20th. But I think Spirit is saying, like, this might take until next spring for them to be ready to talk to you again, or for this to get into a more fresh start sort of energy with this person. May 6th to June 20th. Maybe for some of you as early as March 20th to May 5th. So I feel like your best bet is to just release it, let it go, and allow them the space and time that they need to kind of process everything. Okay. I'm so sorry, group 2. Such a tough one. Comment below. Let me know what's been happening with your person and how this message resonates with you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Divine Masculine Tarot and this rose quartz crystal, this is going to be your message. So today we're looking into how your person is currently feeling about you, blunt AF. And we're going to start by looking at your person's current position, their current energy, where they stand as it pertains to you and this connection and how they're feeling. So Spirit, for group number 3's person, where do they stand energetically when it comes to this connection, please? I already kind of feel like this person may be struggling with self-love, self-worth a little bit with this rose quartz. They might be acting or behaving in ways that kind of show you that they have self-love challenges right now. But let's see. Where do they stand, Spirit, when it comes to their connection and their feelings for group 3? We have fear. And we have admired. Ooh. Okay, we also have family here. So you guys could be family with this person, or maybe you guys feel like you're family, soul family, something like that. Maybe this person also has a family. Maybe they have a family outside of this connection for some of you. There's that undertone here of that familiarity, comfortability, community, soul family, okay? But this person is kind of in the shadows. And I feel like they're admiring you from the shadows. They're kind of admiring you from afar, but they have some sort of fear that's being triggered through this connection. I think they see you guys as being very beautiful. Like you're very radiant to them. You glow. Maybe you've had a glow up recently. I'm noticing the butterflies kind of fluttering around her. I think they see you as being really graceful, really radiant. There's something about you that really stands out. But I feel like they, because of like their self-worth issues, they're like afraid of you, or they feel like they don't measure up to you. Or there's like imposter syndrome here where it's like they're afraid that like they're not gonna, like if they were to try to match your light or your warmth, that they just wouldn't measure up and they would be exposed. So this is interesting. Let's see what else we got. How do they feel, Spirit, about group 3? The Death card. Oh my gosh. I just can't be with you right now. Starting us off really intense. Group 3. Your person. What else? How do they feel about group 3? 10 of Swords. Ooh, this is heavy. The pain is killing me too. Let's see. We have the Knight of Swords. I want to talk. Clarifying this Death card, please. How do they feel about my group 3 viewers? The 3 of Wands. Clarifying this 10 of Swords. The Ace of Wands. I'm hungry for you. My goodness. Okay, and then we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, and then the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This person is really intense, so we're going to start there. Let me go ahead and pull just one of these. How do they feel, please, Spirit, about group 3? We have inner child healing. This says going inside to explore our authentic feelings and parts of us that may have been rejected and labeled as inappropriate or too much by others, especially our caregivers. It says, I've made and used excuses in order to control or sabotage our connection, but now I realize the only way to heal is to mend, acknowledge, and forgive my past. Yeah, so I think you guys might not know this, but I think you guys kind of trigger this person's inner child wounds around self-worth or authenticity, right? Because they're like in the shadows here compared to you. That's how they see themselves. They're afraid, they're hiding, like something about not being enough or not being worthy is triggering them. We also have time is ticking, things moving too fast or not moving at all. Time is difficult to calculate when in union, but feels never ending when apart. I'm trying to be patient. I want you to return, and I want to return to you. Being apart from you feels like an eternity. Interesting. Okay, so let's kind of see what's happening. Now, the first thing I feel with this Queen of Wands, this person's really attracted to you. There's actually a lot of attraction here with the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands coming up. I do feel like this person thinks you're really attractive physically, but I think there's also something about your leadership energy or your confidence, right? This says you have a hold on me. So literally, like, you have this person hypnotized. You have a lot of power over this person, and I'm kind of wondering if that's a part of what is triggering their inner child wounds here. And it doesn't mean that you guys have done anything, right, to exert power or influence over this person in any way, like intentionally or maliciously. I just think that if you're this Queen of Wands, you probably have a really bold, confident presence. And something about that is triggering that inner child, okay? Especially if you're a confident woman and this is a masculine. I think there's something about bold, confident women that makes them feel like they're not worthy or they don't measure up or they're not enough, which is sad, right? This person probably went through something in their childhood that kind of programmed them in this way. Okay, so how do they feel about you? The Death card and the Three of Wands. So I feel like right now this person is moving through some sort of shift or some sort of a change in their life. You know, death in the tarot is connected to Pluto, which is connected to the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio has to do with going deep within and really confronting the shadow sides of ourselves, the shadow energies of what we're dealing with, and bringing those things up to the surface that are uncomfortable to talk about so that we can transmute the energy and go through a change. So they're going through a change. I do think that what they're saying is like, I just can't be with you right now, I think is probably accurate. I don't feel like this person is super present in your life. I think they long for you with this Three of Wands, right? I think if you guys do come together, it feels like it's probably a bit more sporadic, but there's something about it that's very enjoyable, right? Where you guys, I think, just have like a nice sort of friendly vibe together. You just like enjoy one another's company. I think it can feel relaxed in the way that you guys connect, but they're not fully able to commit at this time because they are going through this inner transformation. I think that they are stressed, right? Like they have a lot of passion. They have a lot of attraction for you with this Ace of Wands. They're very activated by you physically, which is coming up multiple times. And so like the fact that they're not fully with you or they're not fully committing to you or they're not getting to spend time with you, I think it stresses them out with this Ten of Swords. Like there's something about the way this person is in the shadows, going through this change, going through this tough transformation behind the scenes. It is bothering them with the Ten of Swords. I think that they feel guilty. They might be being just like a little over dramatic about it for some of you. maybe they're really in their head about it. I see a lot of mental energy here with the Ten of Swords and the Knight of Swords. This person could be like an air sign or have heavy air placements in their chart, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I do think that they are an overthinker. I think they think about you a lot. And I feel like the fact that you guys don't get to be together does stress this person out. There's a part of this person with the Knight of Swords and the Three of Pentacles that does want to come forward. So you notice the mask is kind of being thrown off, even though he's still hiding behind his hood here. So still kind of a guarded, protected energy that I get from this. But I do feel like there's a part of this person that's ready to have a conversation or wants to have a conversation with you. With the Three of Pentacles, this is about working together as a team, right? So maybe there's something about this person where they want to kind of work this out. You know, the Three of Wands can talk about like looking ahead to the future too. So there could be something about that where maybe for some of you, this person is going through this change because a part of them going through this change is going to allow them to be more open and ready to look at a future or plan ahead for the future with you. But they do feel like they want to talk to you or they want to communicate or address something as it pertains to how you guys work together. Maybe you guys work with this person, maybe not. But the Three of Pentacles generally talks about just kind of working together as a team within the connection. Okay, so let's continue, Group 3. How do they feel about you? We're going to work with the Empowered Emotions Oracle. This is one of my decks. If you guys are interested in picking one up, you can buy it through my website, linked in the description box down below. So how do they feel about you, Group 3? Marginalized. So they feel left out, or they feel like they're not important to you, or maybe they've sort of minimized this connection, pushed it down, tried to kind of abandon it. We also have sad. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so heavy. We have heartbroken at the bottom. I just kind of feel like this person, they might feel a little left behind by you, whether that's accurate or not. But like the Queen of Wands, it's like they see you as this really bold, confident, like sexy, like attractive energy. They feel very small in comparison to you, and they're very sad because I think there's a lot of desire to take an action here. But I feel like they're not necessarily doing that. One more. Oh, we have butterflies. I think you guys do talk still. I think you guys do come together and talk, or like maybe you guys work together. There's like an energy of them getting really excited when they know that they're going to get to talk to you. You do make their little heart flutter a little bit. I feel like maybe something about you sort of provides clarity and direction for this person. Again, with the Queen of Wands, I see you as a very bold, confident sort of like leadership energy here. So that clarity, I think, helps them to feel better. And look, we also have collaborative here. So there's definitely something here about this person feeling like they want clarity around your collaboration or your teamwork or the way you guys work together as a pair. But yeah, I feel like they're very sad when they think about you, especially because I feel like most of the time, maybe you guys are apart from this person, and then there are certain times where you come together. And I feel like during the times when you guys are not connecting, they feel really sad. They feel left out. They feel like they don't measure up. They don't feel worthy, you know, and they think they really kind of get in their head about this. Just know, you guys, it's their inner child. It's just like really sad. I feel like this person just doesn't feel like they're good enough. And obviously that's not your job to fix that, right? But they have to go within and kind of confront that stuff. All right, so let's see. Group 3. What does this person want to say? If they were being truthful and honest about their feelings, what would they say? You represent everything I've ever wanted in a partner. I feel complete with you. Oh my God, you guys. I just think that's why they're so like stressed about the fact that they can't really connect with you or pursue you or be with you. Because it's like, I do think there's something about you that stands out to this person. Like they want you. Let's see. I'm so excited about you. Makes sense with the Ace of Wands. Like, you bring this person some really positive energy and something to look forward to. One more. I want you. What did I say? We also have, you're my ideal type, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So like everything about you, group 3, this person likes. But for some reason, they're like too afraid to approach you, or they're going through something behind the scenes, like a big change. It just feels like they are blocked. Like there's something blocking them from actually pursuing you properly, even though they really desire you and they want you and they see you as somebody of value, right? So let's take a look next and see how they view the status of this connection. Group 3. How are they viewing the status of this connection, please, Spirit? Secretive. This one is hiding their real feelings. Yeah, so maybe you're kind of shocked because this person doesn't tell you how they feel. Again, I feel like you guys don't talk that much. There's like this major energy of you radiating light and being in the spotlight and being out there, and them being in the shadows, right? So they hide how they really feel about you. Back and forth. When you're gone, I want you back, but nothing is going to change once I get you back. Yeah. Inconsistent energy, and that's how I feel. I feel like you guys connect and then they bolt. And then you connect and then they bolt. We have, there are no words that can explain how you will feel. Just enjoy this feeling. That's how they feel when they connect with you. It just like gives them this boost, this like hit of positive energy. But the thing is, you guys, is like no matter how well-intentioned this person is or how lovely they think you are, they're definitely showing me as being someone who's not fully aware or working on their inner child issues, right? And I feel like that's where the back and forth, hot and cold energy comes from. It's coming from something much deeper than just like, oh, they're not into you. Like this is sort of like how they've been, for lack of a better word, programmed. It's something that they experienced as a child. So with the Death card, I think there's an opportunity for them to, you know, undergo some sort of a transformation here to confront those things. But it's going to be slow to unpack. We have the Chaser, likes what they can't have or what's not good for them. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's a part of the push-pull that you experience with this person. It's like they come toward you, you guys connect, and then like something happens where they pull back, and then it's like, oh my gosh, I want that again. I don't want anyone else to have group 3. Like it's just like a very back and forth sort of energy. I feel like all of it comes from them feeling like they're not worthy. I feel like when they get too close to you, they feel inadequate. Like they don't measure up, and so they run away. But they're so attracted to you that they can't help but come back for more, you know? Sad energy, group 3, for this person, for sure. I definitely have compassion for them, and you probably do too, but that doesn't mean you have to put up with this type of behavior, you know? Especially if you're wanting someone consistent, because I'm getting a lot of inconsistency in this energy. So let's see, group 3. What does Spirit want you to know about your own energy as it pertains to this connection? We have issues. I realize that everyone has their own issues to heal in this life. I cannot do the work for anyone else but myself. See, Spirit was just reading, like confirming what I just said, right? I think you guys are becoming aware of sort of why this person acts the way that they do, but it's not your responsibility to fix it, right? Like they kind of have to be willing to rise up and confront those things, and you can't control whether they do or don't. Definitely feels disappointing because I feel like you guys do have like a lovely sort of energy between you and them, with that 3 of Wands holding hands. Like I think you guys do have like a nice sort of bond when you do connect with them, but this person's issues are what's causing the back and forth. At the bottom of the deck, we have Smelling Roses. I focus on the experiences on my journey rather than the destination. So I think Spirit is kind of saying, Like, enjoy the moments that you do have with them, but also be aware of what's fully happening in the moment, right? So don't allow yourself to idealize like a past version of this person, or maybe a projected future version that they could be, right? Spirit is saying focus on what's happening with them right now and really breathe that in so that it feels accurate in the way that you assess them. Okay. Whew. So this is what I see, group 3. Comment below. Let me know what's been happening with your person and how this reading resonates. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading soon. Bye.